Welcome everyone to a casted game for Zerospace, and today spawning in the northwest corner of the map, playing in green, we've got Rocket Cat playing as the Legion faction. And his opponent in the southeast, playing in purple, we've got Brad playing as the Grell. Welcome everyone to Starsand. That's the map for today, and we've got the 3 control towers to be challenged. Speaking of challenging, well, the Inquisitress heading forward for the Legion, the melee hero, which will be a big part of this match, no doubt about that. The Legion faction really do often rely on the hero, at least especially in the early game, but more so than the other factions, for sure. The Inquisitress does have 2 abilities, has a charge ability and a cleave ability. The cleave ability dealing out 65 damage to enemy units in front of her, and you'll see it like a red carpet sort of telegraphing of some arrows. I'm sure we'll see it in the game, that is for sure, and I'll point it out to you when we do spot it. Getting rid of those little critters. And that does give you the valuable hexite. And when you do get the control towers, that will get you some valuable XP to get to the next level and unlock those talents. The Grell, played by Brad, of course, going up with the Grell hero, does have an infused seedling, which now allows it to fly around and accompany the hero. Now bear in mind, the Grell hero has 3 abilities as well. Has access to deadly vines, which throws a tangle of vines at its location. The enemy ground units are slowed down. And they can't use movement abilities either. They take 60 damage over 10 seconds. And of course, is able to deep burrow as well to return back home, this hero. More importantly, perhaps the most fun one of them all is the consume ability. The Grell hero can consume allies, potentially this young seedling, to recover valuable HP. Now the hero can also consume itself to spread HP to surrounding allied units. Going to be getting that middle control tower nice and quickly. Inquisitors coming in from the east side, but take a look, there are some thralls on the map already, and it looks like the Legion have opened up with a double barracks and also the armory to get them upgraded. Takes the engagement infused of those stingers and does use the deadly vines there. Inquisitor just charges in to get to the melee attack and fight. Does use the cleave ability as you saw earlier on, and now the Grell hero trying to back away there for now, respecting each other. Well, loses the deep burrow and heads on out of there, heads back home. Wait a minute. Is this 4 incubators? That is 4 incubators, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be seeing a lot of stingers very fast, and the infusability coming on some of them to make them doubly strong, doubly population, take double population capacity. Takes the engagement. There is the deadly vines ability right on top of the Inquisitress. Inquisitress struggling to get out of there. Does use the cleave ability, but goes down. Blocked in, body blocked in by those infused stingers. Great usage of that top hour ability. Trying to recall some of those thralls, and does get a couple of them out, but holy moly. That was a good engagement there for the Grell. Now, alongside infusion, the other particular top bar ability for the Grell is the underground transport. It calls a worm to transport the units back home. Now, Stinger's moving to the east. Brad does have 2 of the control towers, looking to take out those harvesters, which is a big pick-off. They were taking the high-rich, high-yield flux, and is going to try and get them down pretty quickly. 1 harvester should go down, possibly looking to get the second, especially if you use deadly vines. Backs away for now. The thralls save that harvester. Now bear in mind, harvesters can respawn now. Stinger, big infused. Now in terms of talent upgrades, the Grell went up for a 10% movement speed for their units. Rocket Cap and the Legion went for the thralls healing nearby heroes by 30 or 60 HP, or increasing the attack speed of heroes and vehicles by 15% for 10 seconds. Now on the east side, that control tower will be captured, but possibly only temporarily, because there's a lot of those thralls. Uses the deadly vines ability to harm a lot of those thralls. Here comes the Guardian Obelisk. In fact, that's a healing obelisk. Going to be looking to heal up these units. Now the Legion do have access to 3 obelisks. One of them, of course, is the healing obelisk. Looks to charge in there with the Inquisitress. Does use the cleave ability, looking to snipe out one of the infused stingers. Trying to get the others. The Grell hero, though, pushing back a little bit. Takes out the stingers pretty quickly. Grell hero burrowing out of there, getting out of there quick time. Now the 3 obelisks there for the Legion. You have access to the Guardian Obelisk, which is a permanent defensive obelisk, and you have the healing one, as we just saw earlier. We also have the phasing obelisk, which causes the enemy to take 20% more damage and reduce their movement speed by 30%. All the expansion there going to be harassed and taken down. The Root Colony, I don't think that survives, especially if it takes this long for the Grell to get out of there. I think he's giving that position up. He does have the expansion in the south, of course, and that was a bit of resources lost there for the Grell. Taking out the regular flux, not venturing out too quickly. But that harvester's under pressure. Cleave ability comes out there. Oh, massive use of the Deadly Vine. Stinger's pushing forward with the infused status. And he does have an Armored Thrall now added into the mix. Harvester probably likely to go down. Does go down. Legion putting all sorts of pressure. The Grell has to be careful. He did have 4 incubators. So hopefully we'll be able to keep up production. But he's got to keep up those production units because he's going to be starting to be outmassed otherwise. Second talent does come in for Brad, having access to the 2 towers. The skin ability giving the improved infusion. Ranged units will gain 300 attack range. Melee infused units will gain an additional 25% health. Quite a few more units being infused, and I wonder whether the Grell might just try and get a flank and ride by past this units. The interesting thing is the Legion isn't looking to decap the control towers just yet. Would do well to just peel 1 or 2 units, 1 or 2 thralls to do that. But dancing around the front of the base. A couple of crabs coming out. The Chakra crabs going to be tanking on the front lines against the thralls in particular. Should do well. But it could take a decisive fight. This could snowball. The Grell often looking to try and swarm and encapsulate their enemy. Doing it now. Splitting off. Uses the Dead Divine. Slows up the units. And does use a cleave ability there, Inquisitress. But the Grell here are getting involved as well. The crabs from the back. And this is a good cleanup. Those... Holy moly. That was a big cleanup for sure. Thralls all went down. And the Grell taking out the Obelisk as well. The Stingers doing so much damage. And Chris just does use the cleave ability, tries to retreat. Does she get taken out? No, she just manages to charge out of there. But will she be chased down? I think she... Oh yeah, she does go down in the end. And unfortunately for the Legion, the Inquisitress goes down. Uses a Guardian Obelisk, looking just to protect. A couple of Thralls do pop out, but this is going to give a lot more control back over to the Grell. Recaptures that central control tower. Now moving over to the east. There is a Harvester there, collecting the rich flux. Pretty exposed. Could be a problem here for the Thralls. Oh, look at that 3rd base expansion. Coming at the worst possible time there for Rocket Cat. It's going to be sniped almost instantaneously. Didn't have the army ready to protect it. And he's going to lose that 3rd core base. The Grell taking that out quick time, especially with the crabs. And that's not looking great for Legion. Mistakes were made. But now it is regrouping back with the 2nd core base. Of course, the Grell's still on 2, although that is starting to change with the 3rd expansion coming in very shortly. Great game of Zerospace so far. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content on the channel recently, and if you have, make sure you support the channel by doing something very, very simple and very free. Just give the video a thumbs up, it really helps. Oh, take a look at that crab. Holy moly, that's a huge crabby. It's been infused. It has 25% extra health now because of that talent that he got there. All Thralls about to engage, uses the Dead Divine's ability. Only goes on really 2 or 3 of those Thralls, picks them apart. It's going to head rather farther forward, but heads away because of the Guardian Obelisk. Now the 3rd talent comes in for Brad, and that will be a light unit armor. Gains an additional 30 health. 2nd ability comes in, the armed Obelisks have an additional weapon, 10 DPS on them, for the Legion. Does have some Dread Snipers that do pretty well against the light units, and holy moly, there's a good charge ability coming out there for the Inquisitress. Deadly Vines gets deployed, but this is a huge fight, possibly going the way of the Grell. The crabs attacking is so much that the Thralls aren't just a tank enough there, unfortunately. Inquisitress goes down, Grell hero pushing further forward and takes another bad fight. The Legion, they're under so much pressure, and well, the Grell taking some decisive victories, and it's all scaling pretty well for them. 47 population supply versus the 20, and it looks like the Grell are really starting to get some domination. They've got all 3 control towers, and Rocket Cat's going to have to come up with something special to get back in the game. But it can happen in Zerospace. I've seen wilder things. Will we see something wild here for the Legion? Pops the Terror Tank. Could potentially help, but it's struggling on the resources. Struggling on that Hexite. Obviously limited only to 2 base expansions. Speaking of which, Grell has extended itself to a 4th one. That macro going to be looking very solid for the Grell very shortly. Does feel like the Legion are very far behind. They're going to have to do something very big. Infusion comes out for those Stingers. And that's a lot of army. Harvester's trying to get out on the map, but they just can't. They're being pinned into the expansion. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Rocket Cat, he knows he can't get Flux, and he taps out. Hope you guys enjoy this cast again for Zerospace. The Grell triumph over the Legion on Starsand. Take care, and see you next time.